The driving force behind IT skills training. CompuTeach, sponsors of Pulling Power.
Coming up, could this really be the best car in the world? We get our hands on BMW's awesome new M5. Plus, it drives like a GTI, sips fuel like a Super Mini, and sadly looks like an Avensis. But this is one car you can't afford to ignore. We get a first drive of the new Miracle motor from Derby. And if that's not enough, we'll have a sneak preview of Birmingham's latest supercar.
Welcome to Pulling Power, where we're on the French-Spanish border to test the ultimate Thunder Saloon, the fantastic brand new BMW M5.
Now, this might look like an ordinary upmarket, admittedly, executive saloon, a cruise missile to sit on an autobahn all day long, but you're not going to believe this. Under this hood, V10 engine, fair enough, but wait for it, a V10 engine that does potentially 205 miles per hour, which means, of course, that he, as usual, nicks the keys.
Well, it was always obvious I was going to have the keys first.
There was no doubt about it, mate.
Right, the new BMW M5, M meaning motorsport in German language, and this is just so exciting. I'm so excited about this car.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
You know it means M for motorsport in the German language?
Yeah.
Does it mean M for motorsport in any other language?
No, it means madness, I think, in any other language, because this car is full of madness. With 500 brake horsepower under the bonnet. Not that I'm going to use any of that power just yet. I just want to get a feel for how this car feels, basically. And my initial reaction is not only have I got Mr. Rutherford sat next to me, and that's always a pleasure, it just feels fantastic. The one thing that strikes you straight away as you pull away is this car's got a head-up display, and it really works. It's just there in front of me, hovering on the windscreen.
So you're getting a reflection in the glass somewhere,
Just there.
telling you what your speed is and maybe what gear you're in, but no, quite often they're in the wrong place. They're too high or too low. What about here?
No, it's absolutely perfect. It's just above the bonnet line, so it's just below where your eyes are normally looking. But you can see right through it as well, so you're not impeded at all. It's fabulous. As I say, I'm excited because it is fabulous. At the moment, we're driving this car in what is its docile mode. It's got, well, Mike would like to describe it, I suppose, as Jekyll and Hyde, this car. It's two different cars.
Quite often, when a new version of an existing car comes out, they say, you know, there's a 5% improvement in fuel economy and power and safety and all the rest of it. With this, we're talking a 25% boost in power.
25% more power?
Yeah, up from 400 horsepower to more than 500 horsepower.
Oh, listen to it.
That does. It's an overused word, but that does sound awesome.
I like the sound of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does kind of beg the question, where does it all end? Maybe in a ditch.
No, it's not
careful.
I don't think it will end in a ditch because this car is packed full of safety features.
This car is governed to do around about 150 miles an hour, but if BMW or its engineers were to take that governor off the engine and let this thing run as it naturally wants to, it will do, wait for it. This is a 4-5-seater family car in many respects. It will do 205 miles an hour.
Can you imagine? Right, kids, strap yourselves in. Dad's going to take you to the shops. We want to get loose with this car a little bit later on. We use all the power of the SMG sequential gearbox. And that's where we'll find out what this beast has really got.
But I'll be spending a bit more time pottering around in real-world circumstances. I am a man that's constantly being told by my kids, never mind my missus, hey, you know, we're in the car as well. Think about the comfort for us instead of chucking the thing around. So while Mike, I'll be leaving to take the thing onto the track, I'll be concentrating a bit more about what it's like in real-world scenarios. This should be able to drive like a 318i BMW.
It does. It just does. It just ain't 318 BMW money. It's 63 grand, this one.
More of that M5 later, but meanwhile, here's another car to set pulses racing. Hopefully. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This is how it works at Pulling Power. They phone me up, usually at 24 hours notice, and say, pack your bag, we're off somewhere exotic, we're off to drive a car, you've got to be there at the crack of dawn. It's usually some private airfield in the middle of, well, southern England, the Midlands, somewhere like that. And I never know where I'm going, what I'm doing, never mind what the car is. Sometimes it's budget airlines. Today, I think we're in for a bit of a treat because, well, I think the name speaks for itself. It's a private terminal. There's our own personal jet the other side. I kid you not, we're sharing it with one or two other motoring journalists, but it's ours. I don't even know what the car is at this stage, but in view of the style they're doing it in, I think it's going to be something very exotic, very exciting, very fast. I can't wait. Not sleeping, you understand, just saving energy for the job ahead. Oh, things are looking quite encouraging. It might be the latest version of one of these, several decades on. Good evening. Thank you. Well, they've woke me up. I've had all of 3 hours kip, and we're in, well, Germany, they tell me. Honestly, I'm really not sure. We're in Hamburg, luxurious hotel. It's the sort of place where the likes of Sophia Loren, Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, Sean Connery all stay. They're not here now, they've made way for me. But before I get to my room, I've got to go to a press conference, find out what this car's all about. First clue, this is a chief engineer from the mighty Toyota Corporation. His job? To make this new machine sound as sexy as possible to a bunch of cynical old hacks.
Drive pleasure.
Drive pleasure? I think we'd all like some of that, mate.
177 horsepower engine.
Did he really say 177 horsepower? That's more than a Lotus Elise, which is a proper sports car. Ah, I've got it. I know what it is now. Well, there's a certain irony with all this, because there isn't a new car at all after all the trouble we've gone to. It's an existing model. There's a new engine. It goes under the bonnet. And it's a diesel. But don't switch off, because it's all about what's under the bonnet. This could be one of the most significant engine developments in recent decades. You know, I've often said that you can climb into some of these modern state-of-the-art diesels and they are as quiet and refined when you're on the road as conventional petrol engines. But I've never been able to say it with the sort of conviction I can with this car, because you just wouldn't know. The owner wouldn't know. The only time you'd know is when you filled it up with petrol and the thing didn't work. It just is that quiet. But it will also do, wait for it, can you believe this? We're talking a diesel engine here, 137 miles per hour. We just tried to do that on a German auto barn. Of course, you wouldn't even think about doing that in Britain, but it is legal on parts of the German motorway network. We couldn't really find a road where we could crank it up to that sort of speed. Can you believe it? This thing is too fast for German autobahns in that sense. .46 mpg. Now, for a car of that size, that's an amazing overall, real-world, everyday mpg figure. Now, as if all this fuel-saving stuff isn't enough, this vehicle is very, very low emission. When we talk about a clean car, we're talking here with this, in Toyota's own words, being the cleanest diesel technology in the world, period. Well, you know, it's a sad irony that when you look at this car, I always thought the Rover 75 Estate was the best looking car in the range, and this reminds me a bit in terms of its physical appearance. You know, maybe this is the spiritual successor. It's sad that the 75 has gone, but maybe this car is the spiritual successor in a way. It's built in the Midlands after all. The styling, yeah, not the most exciting, is it? And the image, the whole Toyota thing, is not the most glamorous. brand in the world, but you know, they're nibbling away at it, and I've seen it in America where I spend a lot of time over the years. Basically, you know, Toyota have cleaned up over there, and they're slowly but surely doing it in Britain. I mean, if that saddens you, don't be, because they've got about 8 facilities in Britain. One of them churning out, I think, 250,000 cars a year, or capable of doing that, at Burniston in Derbyshire, and that's not to be sneezed at. And if, like me, you resent every minute your car spends in the official franchised workshop, then get this. The Toyota Avensis needs just 4.2 hours of routine maintenance during the first 60,000 miles of its life. This model isn't due until next year at around £20,000 or slightly more, but it's going to make a big splash, especially with company car buyers. Chuck in rock-solid reliability, 46 mpg, 137 mile an hour, 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds. Honestly, if you're a real-world driver and you need to do some load lugging, this thing's got everything you could possibly need from a car, except maybe four-wheel drive. Now there's a thought.
Stay tuned for our verdict on the new M5, plus we'll have that sneaky peek at the new Big Cat.
Let's go back to the beautiful French countryside with the equally stunning BMW M5, and the excitement's finally proved too much. Mike and I have had to pull in for a comfort break.
No matter where you are in France, right, you always bump into some lovely French people. No matter where you are in France, you can always bump into another fellow Englishman. Not the aeroplane pilot, but you can always bump into another fellow Englishman, or in this case, an English woman. So follow me, because our nice little French man, whose lay-by we're using, has introduced us to this lovely little French sow. Well, I say French. She's not. She's English. From Inglaterra.
English, oui.
Mike.
This animal is as happy as a pig in you-know-what.
What's he say? Then come and have a cup of tea. It's like stepping into Animal Farm, this place, isn't it, Mike?
It's going to be a very crispy canard very soon. He's not running a Chinese restaurant, is he?
What we got down there, look, goats.
Oh, we got a goat.
I thought he was here to road test the car.
That'll make a nice curry, that one. I thought he was going to show us his collection of Bentleys. And over there we've got our new presenter in the yellow coat.
In the yellow coat. He looks hungry. He could do a good fish supper. Yeah. What, are you going to shoot us? No, don't shoot us. What? No, don't shoot us. Whatever you do.
It's like Deliverance around here.
It is. Have you got a banjo? You have.
Sadly, not a vintage Bentley in sight. But in honour of the mark, we've renamed the goat Arnage. Meanwhile, back to the plot.
This is probably one of the most civilised 500 brake horsepower cars you could possibly drive, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it certainly feels like it so far. Have you noticed you always get the first drive, don't you?
Well, I'm just a bit greedy. I run out and pick up the key straight away. I'm so excited. I'm like a schoolboy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. It's a BMW M5. It looks amazing on the outside, but it's not until you get inside you realise why BMW can charge a premium on their cars. It's just so beautifully put together. So, Mike, do you like the look of it?
Well, I love any BMW from the bottom of the range to the top of the range model, because they unmistakably scream BMW at you. It could only ever be a BM, couldn't it?
And just look at this front splitter. They've redesigned that with this gaping grille at the front. And does it not just look like it's set to hoover up the road?
Yeah, I mean, we should be scraping gravel out of there from when you go off the track a bit later on.
And just look at those wheels. 19
inches they look like.
19-inch wheels. And what they've done, Mike, is they've just flared out the wheel arch just to give it more presence on the road.
It's a sort of less is more approach, isn't it? And talking of less is more, where's the M badge on the front? Always used to be there, isn't on the grille anymore. Nice to see it here on the side and hopefully on the back as well. What if you got it, flaunt it. And I've got to say, although it looks great on the outside, this looks pretty much damn identical, more or less, to the M5 Sport, which is about half the price. So to put that into context, you could have a car that looks like this for half the money. You need a couple of fake exhausts on the back and you need a couple of M5 badges, but the money you'll save, circa 25, 30 grand, you could fly out in your own private jet to the Far East, find your favourite counterfeiter to make you a couple of those for tuppence each, and you'd still be quids in.
But for the 25, 30 grand, we have got that monster of an engine underneath. But
That's what you're paying for.
That is what you're paying for. I do like this flame surfacing down the sides. Lots of people criticise Chris Bangle's design when they first come out, but actually, I like it.
I kind of like that Margate mirror thing where
It's great,
out
isn't it?
legs. Look,
Yeah.
because if you stand back here, you've got No, look, Nick, come here. You got to stand here because we got the midgets, tall bodies but no legs.
Inside, I mean, I couldn't really fault it, Mike.
Well, you say that, but look, I mean, honestly, this is ridiculous. You know, they're trying to catch up with the Americans and even companies like Land Rover who have cup holders in their cars in the right places. Look at this. This is wrong. This is the driver's side drinks holder. This is the passenger. You know, you're going to bang your knees on there. You're going to kneecap yourself. What's more, you're going to break these off and you're going to have two ugly holes in the dashboard. Ridiculous design. It's an absolute ergonomic nightmare. And it's so stupid because it's the same old story. Little thing like that. Otherwise, everything in here is pretty damn close to perfect.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I love features like this metal that comes down from the dash and then it streaks down the door here, and everything's got that beautiful Germanic sort of lovely quality about it, and yet, you know, just that tiny little thing lets it down.
I mean, wrong. In fact, if I had this car, I'd find a way of taping that up or something and buying an aluminium. No doubt BMW will sell you one of these metal strips to put across there for several thousand guineas. A bit later on, Mike will be taking a spin on his very own racetrack nestled beneath the Pyrenees, while I'll take the M5 on the scenic route. It's got Made in Britain stamped all over it. It's designed by Ian Callum, one of the world's top car designers at Jag HQ in Coventry, and it's built up the road in Birmingham. Once again, the Midlands has come up with a world-class car. Every week on Pulling Power, we like to bring you news of a future car that's coming onto the market in the UK, or in this case, a future supercar. This, believe it or not, well, you might be thinking it's a new Ferrari, a new Aston Martin. Oh no, you're looking here at a new Jag. It's the advanced aluminium lightweight coupe concept at the moment. What a mouthful. That's what they're calling it. What we're calling it is the new Jaguar XK. This is a car that will be on sale for your pleasure in Britain for around 50 odd grand.
Each week we're going to give you a little sneak preview of a car that's due to hit the market pretty soon. And you can guess, with all this razzmatazz that's going on behind me, this car is all about fun. Now the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Mazda certainly didn't need to fix the old MX-5, but look what they've gone and done. The car's been with us for 16 years. It's sold over 700,000, and this is the latest incarnation. This is your archetypal British sports car made in Japan. It's completely new, but the DNA is obvious. It looks very much like the old one. I, for one, can't wait to get behind the wheel and give this a good spin down the old country roads, and you can be sure we'll be doing that soon on Pulling Power. An empty track. A BMW M5. 507 brake horsepower. It must be an M Sport moment.
And while Mike has had his fun on his very own track day, I've finally managed to wrestle the keys off him for some real-world motoring. This is a supercar that a monkey could drive. Well, if Brewer can drive it, anybody can drive it. No.
What I've got is that extra 107 brake horsepower that wasn't available on the road. I've switched traction control off. I've got the shift lights up to their maximum. We've stiffened up the suspension. We've tightened up the steering. Everything is now in play. And it's quick. And the noise. Up to the next junction, nail on the brakes. Oh, the brakes are stunning. It does feel like a proper race car.
Can it, though, convert itself in seconds to an ordinary family car, an ordinary runabout, if you like? Absolutely it can. There are one or two others that can do that. Something like a Porsche 911. Supercar 1 minute, perfectly drivable, perfectly manageable, everyday car the next. That's the quality of a great car. I've been chugging along for a while now, and I haven't exceeded 30 miles an hour.
I can't believe it's a big family saloon, this, that you're going to strap the kids in. It really does come alive, this car. It feels fantastic. It's very, very weighty. It's beautifully weighted. The balance is superb. But what's nice about the weight is the steering. The steering is astonishing. It's just got this lovely weight to the steering. You can feel everything that's happening.
You know, a car like this, yes, it's a supercar. Yes, it will do 150 miles per hour, capable of 205 miles per hour. That's pretty close to Formula One car top speed, you know. Well, I've got to tell you, this is a bit like driving, I don't know, a Ford Focus. It's that easy.
God, this is fantastic. If I could have this as a race car, I'll tell you what, I'll put this on pole position any race going, I reckon. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And to think, after we finish playing around on the track, we'll just slide it into comfort mode, press the old D on the gearbox, and drive home serenely at 30 miles an hour. Fantastic. Well, to be honest with you, it's possibly the best car I've driven this year, and quite possibly the best car I've ever driven, because it really is a jack of all trades. It does everything that you want it to do. Trying to find reasons to fault it, and to be honest with you, I can't. But it does come at a price, £63,000 for this particular one. I just hope there's people out there that have got that kind of money, because you should experience this motor. It's fantastic.
And you know, it's all relative. You're paying an awful lot of money for this car, but you're getting an awful lot of car. In fact, you're getting an awful lot of several cars in one. You don't need a cross-country tourer and a sports car and a family car and a workhorse. You've got all that all built into one. And you know, the other thing that I love about it, Mike, it's understated, it's subtle, it's a class act. And for a man of my age, for example, who would frankly look ridiculous in a bright red Ferrari, he can enjoy sort of Ferrari-like performance in a car like this. So for me, I'd take it, believe it or not, over a prancing horse car from Italy, and possibly even a 911 from Stuttgart.
Well, it's a big thumbs up for me and Mike for the new BMW M5. We look forward to seeing you again. See you soon on Pulling Power.